Hi, it's Terence 20001, and today I'm going to respond to a request I've had from Auto for Union. Now he's watched the last film I put on, which was the jawa request, and he's really interested in these LED warning lamps, and he's requested for more technical information and how to build them. So I thought, that seems like a pretty good idea, because I've had a couple of other comments as well about these LEDs. So what we're going to do then is we're going to make one, hopefully, within the next 10 minutes. Now with LEDs though, when you put them on a motorbike or a car, you have to add a resistor in the circuit, because like motorbikes, cars, they've got a charging circuit and you get an unstable voltage at the battery. Now an LED needs a stable voltage, otherwise it could get hot and blow. So that's what the resistor does. So what I'd like to show you is some real close-up footage now of the resistor, and then the LED. We'll go into some detail with it. And while you're watching that, what I'm going to do is put the soldering iron on in the shed and let it warm up, so by the time that's finished we can crack on with some soldering. Right, I'm off, see you in a bit. Right, so this is a close-up then of the resistor we're going to use, and it's metal film, 1/4 watt, and as you can see there's coloured bands around it, and these bands represent the value of the resistor. So that's what we're going to do, take a look at the value. So the yellow then represents number 4, and the purple represents 7, then the other two darker brown, they're zeros. So in this case then it's a 470k resistor. Now the band on the end, the light brown, that gives us the tolerance. Now some will be silver or gold, but in this case, being brown, it gives us a plus or minus 1% tolerance. So now we'll take a look at the diode or LED close up. Right, so here's the LED then. Now this is a clear, super bright LED, and as you can see there's two components inside. Now the smaller one is the anode, being the positive, and the larger one is called the cathode. That's the negative side of it. Now that's where the resistor is going to go, on the negative side of this LED, and that will resist excess current flowing through the LED, saving it getting too hot and blowing, and it'll keep the voltage stable. Right, so now we'll move on, I think, to soldering the circuit up. Right then, so here we are then, back in the shed, and the soldering iron's up to temperature, so we're going to crack on with that now. And as you can see, I've clamped it between two pieces of wood to solder it. Now I use wood because it doesn't absorb the heat and we can solder it fairly quickly, and we need to do that because if the resistor overheats it can change the value of it, and of course we don't want that. So what we're going to do then is we're going to solder this together. Right then, so here we go, solder it, and we need to be pretty quick about this as well. We don't want to overheat that resistor. That's it. Right, so now we've soldered it, what we're going to do, we're going to protect it with this heat shrink. Right, so we're going to put it over the soldered joint and then all the way up, like so. And then we're going to apply some heat. I'll use this lighter, and just shrink it over to protect it, like so. That's it. It'll stop the moisture getting to it as well. That's it. Okay, so that's done. Now we can go on to the bolt and put that down for a bit. Right then, so this is the bolt that we're going to use. It's stainless steel, it's 8mm and it's button head. And what we're going to do is we're going to drill a hole all the way through the centre, 3.5 to 4mm, so that the wires can go through on the LED. Then after that we're going to put a 5.5 drill through the top of it, but only about 8mm deep, so that the LED fits nice and snug at the top of the bolt. Right, I think we'll go on to drilling then now. Right, so what we're doing now, we're putting a 4mm drill through the bolt. We're almost through it. So what you need with this stainless steel relay, you need a good quality drill and plenty of cutting oil. We're almost through. Almost there. Right, now we've just gone through that bolt. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move on to the 5.5 drill for the top. So we're just putting this 5.5 through very gently. We only want to go in about 8mm. Almost there. That should be about it. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm just finishing off by just polishing the head of the bolt up to give it a real nice finish. And then we'll put the LED in and then we can test it. Right, so we've got the bolt out then, and I'm just threading the LED through, and when I get so far down with it, what I'm going to do is just put some silicone, some clear silicone in it. Right, and that will glue the LED, that will, to the base of the bolt inside, and also it'll stop moisture getting in as well. So we'll just push it through like that, and then the LED should just fit nicely into the bolt, just like that. And now what we're going to do is put that to one side for a bit, for this silicone to go off, and then we'll come back in a couple of hours and we'll test that. Right, so we're back in the shed then now, and the silicone's gone off now, so the LED is well secure. So what I'm going to do now is I've connected the negative terminal, and now I'm just going to put the positive one on and we can try it out. And there we go, great stuff. So at this stage now, I'd just like to thank Auto for Union for the request. I've really enjoyed making this film, and I'll catch up with you later.